Hello and welcome back to All Things Sports. I'm your host, Jake, joined by my lovely co-hosts, Drew and Morgan. Guys, thank you so much for joining me here today.
Thanks for having us.
Of course. We're actually here right now in front of a live studio audience. Beautiful Boston, Massachusetts, Simmons University. Guys, we have a lot to get into.
Go Sharks!
Go Sharks, baby. They keep on rolling. Anyway, we have a ton of stuff to get into. First, let's start with the big news. Damian Lillard. There has been some rumors over the last couple of weeks that he does want out of Portland, wants to go to Miami. Last night, it was confirmed that that is still his intention. So, let's jump right into it. What do you think right now of this whole situation? Drew, we'll start with you.
Well, I think Damian Lillard has really been loyal, I think. That's the word for what he's done with Portland over his whole career, But I think he's got to go. He's wasting his career. He's a fantastic player, won Rookie of the Year actually. But if that's his only trophy, that's his only award for such a talented player. He had 71 last season. Him and Donovan Mitchell, and someone like Donovan Mitchell gets talked about as like being one of the best in the league at his position. So I think Damian Lillard definitely needs out before his career goes to waste.
A very interesting perspective that certainly, a lot of people would agree with, that it is time for Dame to move on. Morgan, I'll go to you. What do you think? Do you think Miami's a good fit for Dame?
I do. I love the idea of Miami for Dame, especially if he does want to chase that ring. I think Miami has such a strong foundation already with Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, Tyler Hero when he's healthy, and Duncan Robinson can shoot the three. I think Dame will fit in very well there, and it'll allow him to make that push and get the ring, and I think he's what that team needs, because we did see him fall short this year in the NBA Finals to the Denver Nuggets, and I think he will give them that little extra kind of spunk and push and spark. Whether he does come off the bench or start, I think either way his presence will really help Miami get the ring.
Certainly, there is still a lot to figure out with the whole Dame situation, including possible trade packages, if maybe he will stay. I know Portland does want to kind of hopefully repair that relationship, but again, still a lot to get into. Now, moving on to our next topic, the NFL is just around the corner.
Yeah, it is.
Of course, a lot of teams are getting back into NFL training camp. So I got to know, with the NFL coming up, the NFL season, what are your guys' Super Bowl predictions? Morgan, we'll start with you this time. What do you think?
The Wisconsin girl in me wants to say the Packers, but I don't think they're going to be able to pull it out. So I'm going to go with the Kansas City Chiefs. I think that's kind of the cop-out answer, but they're a force to be reckoned with. They got Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce, and they're getting those weapons on the wide receivers end. And I don't know. I like them this year. I liked them last year. They're the team to beat.
Now, Drew, I got to know. Morgan, going with the popular choice. What about you? Who are you going to go with?
I actually, being a longtime Patriots fan and Packers fan, I would like to say them, of course, just like Morgan. But I gotta say that I think the Bills are gonna really pull out. I think they really need to just stop the tomfoolery in the playoffs and get down to business. I think Josh Allen, being one of the best quarterbacks in the league.
Yeah, but
being one of the best quarterbacks in the league, I think he can really rise above. He's just got to stop the antics and the nervousness that he gets during these playoffs.
Absolutely. I think the Bills have had a lot of tomfoolery over the last couple of years, but certainly really interesting to see what happens there. Now, we are going to take a couple of questions from the audience. We're going to start with the tank top in the back there. Sir, what's your name? Where are you from?
Huge muscles.
My name's Steven from Philadelphia. Great show, guys. Really enjoying it. You guys gave us your favorites. Any sleeper teams you think might come out there?
Yes, Bengals. I don't know if you can really consider them a sleeper team because, they got Joe Shiesty and Joe Burrow, and they're a team that I think we can see. But I also feel like the Steelers. I don't know. Yeah. I kind of like Kenny Pickett, and I think
terrible.
Whoa, I don't know if terrible is the word.
Yes,
Heinz ketchup is bad.
But I feel like maybe he can do it.
Okay, all right. Very interesting perspective from Morgan, going with another AFC team. Drew, what about you? Do you have a team that maybe you think could be a sleeper pick this year?
Well, again, maybe the Dolphins. I don't know if they're a sleeper team having a lot of stars, but I just don't think that most people would say that they're a Super Bowl contender. I think if Tua Tagovailoa wears 2 helmets, they might have really good chances this year. I think that he's very talented. He's surrounded by Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle. Two very talented wide receivers. I think they really have it. The biggest sleeper team of all time, the Browns. I think that they're going to pull it off this year. Deshaun Watson, probably the best quarterback of the era, I think. Besides his again tomfoolery outside of the field, but I think that if he goes back to his Texan self, I think they're really promising.
I don't think he was that good in Texas. I don't think he has enough in him to get a Super Bowl.
All right. Well, let's move on. We have time for, it looks like maybe one more question here. Looks like we have somebody in the very back of the room there. I think is that Trevor Lawrence? Yeah, sir. Do you want to tell us where you're from and what your question is?
I'm Trevor Lawrence from Jacksonville. I just wanted to say, what do you think about the Jaguars? They got Trevor Lawrence taking a big step forward, Evan Ingram, Christian Kirk connection, and always a solid defense and
Can I
good
take
coaching
this
staff.
one?
I think they could be a big sleeper team.
Of course, Drew, you can take this one. I got only a couple minutes left here, so please give us your quick little hit here.
I think Rapunzel is a fraud. I think that if he ever reaches those high playoff standards, I think he's going to absolutely blow it. Of course, that big college football stage that he's always had to play on in his younger years, I think that was really big, but I think it's going to go completely out the window and he's going to choke.
Trevor Lawrence is a bust.
Wow.
All Trevor Lawrence has is hair.
Wow. I mean, I guess Trevor Lawrence is like the rest of us, considering I think we do all, for the most part, have hair. So, of course, we are going to take a very short break here. Thank you so much, and don't go anywhere.